Welcome to the Quiet Unraveling, where the most terrifying place isn't the dark outside but the darkness within. Original psychological horror stories designed to blur the line between reality and madness. We all have a ritual when we move into a new place. We paint the walls, we arrange the furniture, we make it ours. We tell ourselves that a house is just a structure, wood and brick and glass, that whatever happened inside it before us has nothing to do with us now, that we can start fresh, that the past stays where it belongs. But what if a house doesn't forget its occupants? What if some places hold on? What if the previous owners never really left at all? Tonight's story is called The New House. Get comfortable, turn the lights down, and think about the last time you heard something move in a room you thought was empty. The Calloway family moved into 14 Ashgrove Lane on a Saturday morning in October. Perfect house, perfect price, perfect neighborhood. The kind of deal that makes a realtor smile too wide and process the paperwork a little too fast. They should have asked why it was so cheap. They didn't. The first thing Sarah Calloway noticed was the food. Not missing food, extra food. A pot of something warm on the stove when she came downstairs the first morning. Coffee already brewed. 2 extra cups set out beside the pot. She assumed her husband Daniel had done it. Daniel assumed she had. Their daughter Mia assumed it was just what the new house did. She was 7, they laughed it off. They shouldn't have. The sound started on the 3rd night. Footsteps above the bedroom ceiling. Slow and deliberate, back and forth. The rhythm of someone pacing. Daniel went up to check the attic twice and found nothing. No animals, no damage, no explanation. Just a fine layer of dust on the attic floor with a single path worn through it. A path that had been walked many times before. Recently, Mia started talking to someone. Sarah noticed it first. Her daughter sitting in the corner of her bedroom having full conversations with empty air, laughing at responses only she could hear, nodding seriously at advice nobody was giving. Sarah asked her who she was talking to. Mia said, "The lady who lives here." Sarah felt her throat tighten. "What lady?" Mia pointed at the corner of the room. "She says you can't see her yet. She says you're not ready." Daniel found the room behind the basement wall on a Tuesday. Not a hidden room exactly. More like a space that shouldn't exist. A gap between the foundation and the outer wall just wide enough for a person to stand in. He found it because the wall sounded hollow when he knocked on it while doing repairs. He pulled away the drywall and shone his flashlight inside. A chair facing the basement. A small table with a candle burned down to nothing. And photographs. Dozens of them pinned to the inner wall. Every single one taken through windows, from outside looking in. The family in the photographs was not the previous owners. It was them, Sarah at the kitchen window, Daniel in the garage, Mia playing in the backyard. The timestamps on the photographs went back 4 weeks. They had only been in the house for 10 days. Sarah called the realtor that evening. The realtor's voice was careful and measured in the way of someone who had received this call before. She said the previous owners had moved out suddenly, left most of their belongings, didn't leave a forwarding address. Sarah asked if anything had happened in the house. A pause. "Nothing on record," the realtor said. "What about off record?" A longer pause. "The family before the previous owners reported some disturbances. But people's imaginations run wild in old houses. It never amounted to anything official." "And the family before them?" The realtor didn't answer. Sarah heard her breathing on the other end of the line. Then very quietly the realtor said, "How is your daughter sleeping?" Sarah hung up. They decided to leave that night. Packed essentials, loaded the car. Mia said goodbye to the corner of her bedroom with a solemnity that made Sarah's chest ache. Daniel locked the front door at 11 p.m. and they drove away without looking back. They stayed in a hotel that night, all 3 of them in one room with every light on. In the morning, Sarah felt something loosen in her chest, the particular relief of a danger narrowly avoided. She went into the bathroom to shower. On the mirror, written in the condensation, "You forgot to say goodbye." Below it in smaller letters, "We'll be ready for you when you come back." They never went back to 14 Ashgrove Lane. But 3 months later, in their new apartment across the city, Sarah came downstairs on a Saturday morning to find coffee already brewed. 2 extra cups set out beside the pot, and slow, deliberate footsteps moving back and forth in the room above her head. And that is where the story ends. Or at least where it ends for now. Because the most disturbing part of this story isn't the photographs in the wall. It isn't the footsteps in the attic. It isn't even the message on the mirror. It's that last moment in the new apartment 3 months later. The coffee already brewed. The extra cups. The footsteps overhead. Because it means that whatever was in 14 Ashgrove Lane was never attached to the house at all. It was attached to them, and that changes everything. We move to escape things. New city, new apartment, new start. We tell ourselves that distance solves problems. That if we just get far enough away from something, it loses its grip on us. But some things don't need an address. Some things just need you. If this story got under your skin, hit that like button. Share it with someone who just moved into a new place. Subscribe to The Quiet Unraveling for a brand new original psychological horror story every single week. Each one designed to blur the line between reality and madness. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever felt like something followed you home? I'll see you in the next one.